Hey, what's up, guys? This is going to be the second video in the Lincoln Highway yard sale, garage sale series that I did. And yeah, the audio is still really bad for this video because it was all shot in the same day, in the same setting, and with the same equipment. So things are going to get better. I did order a new case for the GoPro, so hopefully that will cut down on the muffled sounds. I still need to figure out if I need to do a different kind of strap or put it in a different spot. I do have one of those harnesses that fit over your chest and show off my man boobies, but um, that's a whole other story. So hopefully I can figure out how to work it with the one pouch, holding over my shoulder. So if I can get that to work, hopefully this will be a lot better next time. But for now, I'm going to do some more narration and enjoy the video. We'll see you guys at the end, and you guys can see some of the comps on the things that I found. Well, we're at our first sale for this part two video, and we're coming up on this backyard sale. This guy obviously knows what he's doing, probably sets up every year. Had some Levi's. These were not made in the USA. These were, I think, made in Mexico, which are very nice jeans still. Um, I do notice these old vintage hats right away, and for some reason, I know this video cuts out, as me and the gentleman running the sale are talking about the hats and talking about just various things. Um, but you can tell I did snag. I think he wanted two for $1 on these hats, and I ended up picking up 11 hats for $10. This old Maxfly hat was nice. I'm gonna have to wash these for sure. These old hunting hats are really cool. These are definitely vintage hats. So yeah, I pick up some solid hats here, which is a nice find. And he did he did tell me that he sold his video games earlier that morning, and I talked to him about, I had to know what he was selling, I had to know how much it was, and it was a good deal for whoever bought them. He had a couple systems, a bunch of games. I think he had a 3DS, Game Boy, and a Nintendo 64, and he said it was $160 for all of it. And he said there was like 20, 30 games. So I definitely had that FOMO going pretty hard on that one. So yeah, oh well. This footage is about to stop pretty soon, and then we'll go on to the next sale. I mean, 50 cents. Well, yeah, you don't even want to take them off, kind of. It's cooler with the buttons. So I had to just interrupt just a little bit just to show you some of the hats that weren't in that video. Here's four of the hats, or four or five. Yeah, four. Let's do four. This is a Run and Slam Converse hat. Snapback is nice. This is from KC Products, made in the Philippines. So Run and Slam was definitely a 90s thing. Many of you older kids, you'll know who Kevin Johnson is. He played for the Phoenix Suns, really good basketball player. And his shoe was a Converse Run and Slam. Um, I was reading that he wore Nikes out of college, and then Converse came in and outfitted him with the Run and Slam. So really cool hat. Most of the Run and Slam stuff was Phoenix Suns colors, so this is a unique one. There's nothing on eBay like it. I'm gonna clean it up and put a crazy price on it, like $50, $70, because it is freaking awesome. Next one is this really ratty and nasty Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You guys know I'm in Indiana, but this is a K Products, yes, K Products hat. So definitely vintage, made in the USA. Should go for, I don't know. It depends on how clean I can get it, but maybe $30. Next one, Jeff Gordon DuPont. This is new old stock, but needs a little help getting clean. But it's actually in pretty clean shape. You guys see Jeff Gordon right there. This is the date on the tag said 1996. This sold for $3 on Big Lots at Big Lots. So originally $10, but it was on sale. So pretty awesome hat. There's a ton of these out there though from Jeff Gordon, so maybe worth $20. Best one, this vintage Detroit Tigers hat. This one is a Sports Specialties. So if anybody out there deals in hats, you guys know Sports Specialties is a great brand to pick up if you find it. The snap is intact, but this hat is gross. You see that sweatband in there? So nasty. So this is going to take a lot of work to clean up. But I'm going to show some comps on what is for sale right now with Sports Specialties and Detroit Tigers. They're kind of ridiculous. And there's some comps that have sold recently, but they aren't the same hat. There is nothing like this on eBay right now, especially with the white. So if I can get it clean, looking pretty good, you guys, this is the Sports Specialties tag, just so you guys can see it. Made in Korea. The other thing to look out for is there's a logo right here. It's Young-On, and people put that in the titles as well. So if you do find that Young-On name right there on the strap, that's a good thing too. So yeah, Sports Specialties hat. So for 50 cents, and I can get it decently clean. I'm not going to get all that sweatband out of there, that nastiness, but hopefully I can get it looking a lot better. I'll probably list it for at least 100, maybe 150. So we're at the next sale now, and what you can notice, along with what I'm noticing, is a lot of toys here. And I started picking up a few things, noticing the prices. They were asking a decent amount of money on all this stuff. And when you look at this sale as I'm walking around, you know that this is a very curated, this is a huge sale. They're doing this every year, getting tons of product out here. It's well organized. You can there's just so much to look at, but the prices were expensive. I'm just going around looking. At this point, I see tons of tables full of media, so I'm like, maybe there's some video games. So I'm just looking through all these DVDs, seeing if there's any rare box sets or shows that I'm unaware of. But yeah, even these prices, they're just wanting a lot for that's like one season of SpongeBob right there. And so yeah, I'm here for a decent amount of time just because there is just so many items to look at. Um, yeah, just enjoy some of the footage, and I'll come back. I'll come back soon. one of the things I thought about doing while I was here was just rifling through all of the DVDs, going one by one to see if there was some kind of gem. But I was not in the mood for that just because I wanted to get on to the next sale. So I'm just over here looking at the shoes. I find these nice Sperry's. I don't know if you guys remember from my last video on this Lincoln Highway sale. I'm in the market for looking for a nice, nice boat shoes or Sperry shoes for my son, who's gonna need these for his high school year next year. So these are size 12. He might grow into them. He's like a 10 and a half, 11. So yeah, so these are nice shoes. They turned out to be almost too nice. They're too dark, apparently. But for $5, they were a nice pair of Sperry brown shoes, dress shoes. So yeah, good buy anyway. And yeah, I think that's all I got from this sale actually. And I just wanted to move on from the high prices and get going.
Yep. That'd help. I mean, you should ask first. Be like, do you want change? Maybe they'll say no. No, thank you, but here's your 20.
Well, we're on to the next sale, and this one was a small one from the road, but walking up, they've got a lot of hardback books, a lot of hunting stuff, bows. I've seen a lot of crossbows, compound bows on this trip in Ohio, which isn't totally surprising. Um, yeah, a lot of gun paraphernalia, things like that. And in Ohio, I guess that's perfectly expected. And yeah, it's not for me per se, but man, there's a lot of people out there buying that stuff, and what a great what a great way to get rid of it. Um, I do come across like my first batch of decent video games today, and this is later in the day, and I wouldn't say this is around lunchtime. So to see any video games at lunchtime was a pretty welcome sight. And it was the son selling these games at the sale. I think he had $3 a piece on them, and I believe that I worked out. We did 3 games for $2 a piece, so I got 3 games for $6. Nothing crazy, but there's some video games, and it's definitely one thing I know and I like buying.
Oh, were you selling the Xbox too? Okay. Oh, well, there you go. Stays close then. Would you do 3 for 6? Okay. I'll do that. There you go. Thanks. You don't have any Cecil Fielder in here, do you? I mean, that was. I mean, I didn't know if it was like marked out. Like he would have been famous back then, like in the same
These
timeline.
are all from late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, that's.
But I used to do card shows.
Cecil Fielder was. I mean, he's not worth anything. He's just my favorite player growing up.
And that whole row there is just, I didn't have time to.
Yeah, Just baseball? You don't have any basketball cards, do you?
If you look in this last row, there's basketball, football, about halfway back.
Okay. Basketball is what I collect most.
You guys can see me rifling through some of his cards and that he's got in this box, and the majority of these cards are from, when I was a kid. These are late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, and most of these cards aren't worth much at all. He didn't. He said he had a little bit of basketball in there, but I didn't. I couldn't really find them. Mostly baseball, and let's be frank, they didn't have Cecil Fielder, and he's my favorite player. I mean, Cecil's not worth a ton in the market, but he was just. I'm a Detroit Tigers fan, and he was the man growing up. I mean, he was that first player to hit 50 home runs in such a long time that he was a big deal. And he came over from Japan. He played in Japan a couple years and pretty much found his swing over there, and came over to the states and just blew up in Detroit. And then later on, his son was able to come into Detroit, Prince Fielder, and play for us, and that was really cool too.
You Well, he's from back in these years. He's basically the only collectible value-wise. Yeah, I had a lot of these cards. I could just sit there all day. No, I still buy a pack when every now and again. Oh, yeah, easy. 10 is like the minimum. 10's the minimum. Well, there's still games out there, guys. It's almost noon. Only $2 a piece, but I know that's not bad. And they're all complete, so pretty cool.
We are on to the next sale, and first thing catches my eye are these jackets, and super clean Firestone USA Olympics jacket. Really, really nice. It's got the flag on the sleeve. I want to say this was a medium or large. Good graphics on the back. They wanted $10 for it, and honestly, it's a good buy. You probably get $50 for that jacket. But I have so much clothes right now, and I just don't want another jacket. That's basically it. If it was like 5, I couldn't pass it up. But for 10, I left it there. I think I do look at it again on my way out the door, but it's just one of those things. I just did not want another big jacket to have in the house. I am looking through the clothes to see if there's anything else vintage, but there's really not. A lot of Michigan stuff. Saw some newer Ohio State stuff. So yeah, those were like the only two vintage pieces I saw. And clothes is not really what I want to buy. I do like buying vintage T-shirts and things like that, especially the hats. But yeah, so I just keep looking. I come around the corner and wow, they built this barn to be a store, and I'm not sure if it's just for yard sales, yard sale time, but man, this collection is wild. And they just have so much stuff in here. And prices really reflect that. Like it's more of a dealer. This is retail. They have a lot to look at, but it's going to be hard to find stuff that's really worth picking up to resell and flip. So I don't look at everything, but I'm going to let you guys just take the natural audio and go on the journey with me.
just looking around. There's a lot of stuff in here. You guys don't have video game section, do you? That I'm missing? There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, I'll go check it out. Sorry. Upstairs. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm mostly into the. I need the games, but I have most of the systems. So. Let's go check.
So that was part two of the Lincoln Highway yard sale in Ohio. And there's just so much footage. I'm going to do a part three, and that'll probably come out next week. I'm going to try to do at least one video per week, and we'll start there. We'll start to see if I can maintain one video per week. Um, so yeah, I've got some upcoming stuff from the Amazon return bin store here in Fort Wayne, and hopefully more yard sale videos to come. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now on to some of the comps, and we'll catch you guys next time.